Proposition G is a $298 parcel tax on residents in San Francisco that would potentially increase teachers' salary in order for educators to be able to live in the San Francisco area. The two stakeholders, San Francisco Unified School District and the Libertarian Party of San Francisco, have opposing views concerning this proposition. The San Francisco Unified School District believes that this proposition is necessary because educators in San Francisco are struggling to afford living in the area, causing teacher shortages. Also, quality teachers are needed in order for students to succeed. The opposing libertarian side claims that this parcel tax is not necessary because it violates the 1% limitation to property taxes stated in Proposition 13. Even though the parcel tax does exceed 1%, this is a situation where it is necessary to pass this proposition for the betterment of the San Francisco community. Being a large business-oriented city, San Francisco has high housing costs. In order for someone to be financially stable in this city, they would have to earn a high annual salary, which educators do not. According to hcd.ca.gov, a very low income for just a single person to live in a house is $46,000, and a low income would be $73,750. These salaries are very concerning because educators make around $60,000 to $80,000 a year, depending on the years of service. However, if educators do not live by themselves, these costs would increase a significant amount due to the people per household, as explained by San Francisco Unified School District teacher in the following video.
To live here in San Francisco?
Yes, teachers can't afford to live in San Francisco because we're not paid a living wage. And also it's not just our wages, it's also the infrastructure, the budgeting, so that we're understaffed and our paraprofessionals are not paid a living wage and the students suffer and there becomes a lot of social issues that bubble up in the schools and people are turning a blind eye and it's really frustrating and it's really seems like people should be investing in education, seeing that's the foundation of our society.
Well, this is one of the richest cities in the world. Why do they say they don't have money for what you need?
I think it's mismanagement. The reasons that they give for not having enough funding, I mean, we have a huge amount of tax base, and I feel like they could really allocate funding to our wages, also to our school system, but the families are getting pushed out as well. So we're losing diversity in the city. It's age diversity. We're losing a lot of the communities that were the foundation of San Francisco, and that's going to be a huge cultural loss. It's stratification, and I'm not sure what's going to happen. So,
well, gentrification. How do you live? How does a teacher live in San Francisco at this point with the cost of housing?
I could give you the nitty-gritty how we live in San Francisco. Lots and lots of roommates, a lot of housing insecurity.
And having a family. I mean, can a teacher have a family?
My colleagues that have families have to leave. They either have a huge commute or they move to other districts. Can't afford to have a family and live in San Francisco. And there's, if you lose your housing, you can't find other housing. So. And the solutions presented, like how teacher dorms, that is not a really sustainable or appealing solution.
This proves that San Francisco educators are not able to afford living in this expensive city and are starting to move out of the area because of the high cost of living. Educators should not have to worry about being able to pay rent due to them not getting paid a sufficient amount. This image shows the annual salaries earned by different teacher positions that pertain to the San Francisco Unified School District. These salaries also aren't sufficient because of the heavy workload. Educators go through a lot of hard labor in order to fulfill the job requirements. As shown in this picture, educators are holding up signs in front of the San Francisco Unified School District that say "same work, same pay," implying that teachers need a living wage that lives up to the job title. By having Proposition G, students will be assured to have high-quality teachers for students to be successful and to make sure students have the best education possible. There must be educators willing to uphold the position. This parcel tax will come in handy when San Francisco Unified School District hires more educators because teachers will be attracted to higher pay. Not only will the parcel tax attract more educators, but it will attract suburb teachers as well, which is very important for student education. The absolute best education possible is crucial for a student, and the only job that can make this possible is an educator. Teachers are the heart and soul of a child's education because they are the people that fill a child's brain with knowledge. If there aren't quality teachers in the area to educate the students, how will they grow to be successful? Students need teacher guidance, and that will not be entirely possible if there continues to be teacher shortages due to low pay. On the contrary, the Libertarian Party of San Francisco insists that there should not be a $298 parcel tax on residents because it contradicts the purpose of Proposition 13, which acknowledges that property taxes should not exceed 1%. The Libertarian Party emphasizes that there should not be regressive forms of taxation, therefore making them disagree with Proposition G. Since every resident in San Francisco will be taxed the same amount, excluding seniors 65 and up. Proposition G does exceed the 1% limit to property taxes. However, this position was established in 1978, where economic circumstances were different. If there are economic struggles within a community, there should be changes made in order to make circumstances easier. This proposition was established when housing rent was not nearly as expensive as it is now. This image shows a graph of the average monthly rents from 1979 to 2015, and it's shown that it is dramatically increasing since the proposition was established. Despite the contradictions between the Libertarian Party of San Francisco and the San Francisco Unified School District, I believe that Proposition G is necessary in order for students and educators in the area to thrive. This proposition is crucial to have for many reasons, but the most important reasons being that quality teachers are an important key to student success. Teachers are struggling to afford living in San Francisco, and being an educator is simply a laborious job to have. As far as action being taken with the issue, Proposition G has passed in San Francisco on June 5th, 2018, with 60.37% voting yes and 39.24% voting no.